Hey, my name's Adam Harford. In October 2019, my life and that of my friends and family was changed forever when I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. The journey's been long and hard, but I can stand here on my own 2 feet and say that I'm winning the fight. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2. I've got to say thank you for all the support on the last video. It was done amazing, and hopefully this one will do a lot better. This one's a lot more in depth, obviously, with my mother, Tania Harford. Yeah, you were there from like the start where I found out that we had leukemia, had to go to Brisbane ASAP. What was really like your first thoughts, really?
First thought was, I think you've got it wrong. And was just like, it was just a whirlwind from there. So firstly, to be told that they thought it was leukemia, I had every thought that possibly could go through your head that maybe it would be wrong and that we needed to get a second opinion. Of course, it turned out that it wasn't wrong, and you were flown straight down to Brisbane, so it was pretty scary. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure as soon as the doctors actually came in and said, my face dropped, you I think immediately just turned to your phone and was like, yeah, cry. It was very emotional, but did you, prior to that, we met up for breakfast earlier that week, did you even notice then that I wasn't really myself, or something was a bit off?
Yeah, if you remember, I suggested you went and got a blood test done because you said that you were not sleeping well and were extremely tired and not feeling right. And I think then on the Wednesday you said, Mum, make me an appointment for the doctor, and you went and had that appointment.
That was on the Friday, yeah.
And got a blood test form. I was actually out of town that weekend, and from memory you got very ill over that weekend.
Yeah.
You were messaging me a lot while I was away, and I just kept saying, you have to either get to the hospital. I remember you saying that everything you were trying, you felt like your body was rejecting.
Yeah.
So when I got back into town on the Sunday, I said, look, I'll come and get you, and I'll take you to the hospital. And you said, no, I'll shower, I'll take something again, and I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'll get. You were so unwell, you didn't even get to have that blood test done until Monday, when Erin came and picked you up and took you for that blood test.
Because I was myself. Yeah.
No, I was at work. As soon as I finished work,
I'm pretty sure you
Monday,
came and got me, because I just couldn't,
I figured something was really wrong.
Yeah.
So we sat up at the hospital, and when your 18-year-old falls asleep on your shoulder in the waiting room, I was thinking, something's not right here. So we need to, get this sorted. So I actually was thinking in my head, this could be glandular fever, really sore throat and tired.
Yeah.
They sent actually Adam away with, pain relief throat gargle.
Yeah, and a water ice block or something.
A water ice block for the gastro, because you had been throwing up such a lot. And there was something else. They finally gave you antibiotics then.
Yeah.
Was okay. I brought Adam home, fell asleep on the couch again, had something to eat and fell asleep on the couch. So.
And you really wanted me to stay home that night actually, but I was like, no, I'm going to go back to my house with CJ, and then same thing, she went straight to sleep, and then obviously you got the first phone call at the middle of the night because they couldn't get hold of me.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys were spam calling me, and
eventually we finally got through. I think the blood test got you.
The pathology?
No,
I looked at my phone, I had about missed calls from no caller ID, no caller ID, these random numbers, then mums. Then I called Mum, and she said, this pathology centre's calling and saying that they need to get hold of you ASAP, they won't tell us what's wrong. So I was like, okay, I'll call you back. Called them, they were like, you have an abnormal blood count, speed to the hospital, get there as quick as you can.
Yeah.
They called mum and dad back, and they were within 5 minutes. They came and got me.
Yeah.
Like, what was going through your head at that point? Like, what is?
Oh, really concerned. Just, you're in autopilot, basically. We were just waiting on what the doctors, were going to tell us. So both Paul and I took Adam to the hospital, and we waited there. We were there all night until we were told, I think in the early hours of the morning, quite early in the morning, we were sort of told.
I think you were actually, no, I was eating my Macca's. You just got back, I think, from getting me Macca's for breakfast.
Yeah, or David had brought some people were coming up sort of early in the morning to just find out what was going on and to bring stuff. Then we found out about then that you were going to be flown to Brisbane and that it was leukemia, and we're still thinking, surely they've got this wrong. This can't be happening.
Yeah, I know. Like speeding through like a little bit, like I've seen you go through the last 10 months of like this whole treatment, but like you dropped everything for me, and like I still can't thank you enough for it. But how's it been for you, like mentally through the whole thing? Like has it, like obviously it's been challenging because like seeing your son go through it, but like sort of give like a recap of like the last 9-10 months for you, because it's been like such a long journey, so much stuff's happened, and obviously you've been the forefront of like taking care of me and being there every day. So like it's
been tough. It's been tough. I've had to dig deep a lot of the time. I've had wonderful support, both at home and here. Family, the hospital providing social workers, my faith. So I made contact with a church here, which also supported me. It's been a pretty rough road, roller coaster. The first few months we kept thinking this is going to be over soon, and that kept me going. And I just was just powering through. After that 3 months, and we were told you were getting that bone marrow transplant, and we were going to be stuck here looking like 3 to 6 months on top of what we'd already been through. It was tough. And then we had COVID on top of it. So for me mentally, it has been the toughest thing I've ever had to encounter. To see someone you love go through such immense pain and have to draw on everything
because like
themselves.
Because you've experienced it a little bit with like your mum, like my nana, going through it. It was very different because like she was overseas.
Yeah.
But the difference.
And I wasn't a carer.
Yeah, like you weren't there every day. You only got like updates every maybe couple of days.
Well, I spoke to Mum every day in her last 3 months, basically, just because I couldn't get there, so I had to speak with her. But to actually be a part, as a carer, you almost go through it.
Yeah.
Except that I'm not getting poked and prodded, but you almost go through it with the patient without.
Because I was telling you how I felt every day. I was messaging you consistently, and like.
It's an incredible thing to go through with someone. There's a bond, I think, that is so very strong between us now that wasn't even there before.
Yeah. Like I would hide things from you, like I would.
Yeah, as a normal kid.
Normal 18, 19-year-old kid, but now you know everything. Like I feel like I can express myself to you about everything. It's just, for me personally, with you being here, like I don't know if I would have been able to, but I could have, like it could have been too tough and I would have had to do it myself, even though I don't think I would have been able to at all with all the chemo.
I think everyone needs someone there to support them. I mean, medically they say you need someone here. It has affected my mental health, and I've had to go and see a psychologist myself to get me through so that I'm strong enough to support you. But I do believe my faith has grown, that I have had to trust God as much as I've had to trust the doctors.
Yeah, of course.
So that has really helped me get through.
Yeah, and that's like what's helped me through my last part. Like I was very hesitant with opening back up with God and prayer and stuff because I stepped away from it at a young age. But I think without me stepping back into that, I don't know how much more I would have been able to get through, because you can only do so much as a mother, like, and everything like that.
Everything's worked for good. I believe God, even like He doesn't make bad things happen for us. So everything, as horrible as this situation has been, we have had some amazing, wonderful things come from it.
We've met some amazing people, some relationships that I'm going to keep forever. And I think we also, like the social workers and like other people that have gone through the same, well, not even the same treatment, but like different treatment, but like can relate a little bit.
And also the direction your life's taken from it.
Yeah.
You always wanted to help people. You were very into your fitness and everything, and it seems like it's just given you like that purpose to actually pursue that, and the confidence,
definitely.
and the mental strength to pursue that.
Yeah,
and I couldn't be prouder
yeah.
of how far you've gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to cry.
No, but after like me going through this, obviously, like, have you learned something about yourself, or like have you like grown as a person, do you feel like? Or
I do think I have. I've increased my knowledge, obviously, of a lot of hospital terms, and learned a lot about a cancer that I had no idea about. I'd heard the name leukemia, but never knew how many different sorts there were, and just it's also opened my eyes as to how a hospital works and the amazing staff and doctors.
The staff, the nurses there are like top notch. We cannot.
Just amazing. Just like so. But it also, I think myself, I've had to really rely on an inner strength. I've had to delve in and really grab that. So my exercise has also really helped me. I've kept running, and on the days I couldn't run, I'd still walk.
Yeah, like Mum is 50 years old, but she doesn't look it, but she's looking better now than when she was younger. No, but that's the main thing, like for like everybody, for like mental health. I think doing, like, obviously I'm not like a psychiatrist or anything, but like I feel like doing fitness is a massive thing for mental health, and obviously COVID doesn't help, but like that's what the doctors always said, like moving like helps treatment no matter what age. I struggled so much with it, and you always pushed me like, oh, we'll do a couple more laps, just one more lap, even though I hated you at that point. But it's been a whirlwind, and
I think the biggest thing people can take is that you do have to embrace whatever journey you're on, and if you can just take that positive, like every day,
like just a small positive.
Smallest thing that I've seen, like that's encouraged me to see you pick something small. When we've had some days where we were pretty low, like, and often we bounce off each other. Some days we were both really low.
Like during that transplant, we just both probably just sat there and cried for like 15.
And then when we got told we couldn't go home after our 100 days, we were pretty, we were pretty spent.
Yeah, and then like the consistent, like 2 weeks, another 2 weeks, and just constant.
So it's like always having the rug pulled out from under you.
Yeah.
But I think that
it's made us like more prepared, but like even like mentally, and like just more prepared, even though it sucks, because like we just want to go home, because like you miss your dog, you miss your family,
husband,
everyone, like sister, even though she's a pain in the ass. But anyway, is there any like advice that like you like? Do you feel like even you now are more prepared to like be there for a friend if they're going through it? Because we've had like other people that we're not going to name or anything, like, or their experiences, but like that have recently had very bad setbacks. Do you feel like that you've been a better friend, like more prepared to be there for that person, like seeing me go through this?
Yeah, I would hope so. I believe I would. I feel I've always been a fairly encouraging person, and I liked to think that someone, you know, could rely on me as a friend. But I do think having your experiences shape who you are, and I do think that as we go along, people are put across our paths for a reason. So most definitely, if I could help, yeah, just even one person along their journey, their cancer journey, you don't know for whatever reason, but certainly if I could, and I would hope that it would make me stronger and give me an opportunity to share my experience would help someone else's, most definitely.
For sure, and like we will always be there for people that actually need help. Like I'm always a call away and whatnot. But we've covered like a fair bit, so yeah, I can really appreciate you like coming from the camera because it's not an easy.
No, I was a little nervous, but
no,
yeah.
That's okay. But I love you so much, Mum. Like I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for me. Honestly, like I wouldn't be able to.
I love you too.
So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Thank my mum for coming on and everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.